All right, peoples. So here we are. We got the border cleaned up. We started, and now we're going to start actually working on the image itself. All right. So here we go. What I'm going to do, like I always say, is we want to work additively rather than subtractively. The next one, what we're going to do is we're actually going to go to our very toppest layer, so the border bright layer. I'm going to hit a bunch of buttons at the same time. So I'm going to hit Command, Option, Shift, E. Okay, so what that did is that made a whole new layer. All right, so it basically took all the layers from below and kind of put them into one total layer. So I'm going to relabel this new base. Okay, I'm actually just going to close all the other ones below it because I don't want to see that stuff. I just want to see my new base. I'm going to make a copy of that again, right? Once again, just to cover your butt, right? So new base copy, which is totally fine. You notice I closed the eyeball on that. So now I have something I can actually work on, plus a backup just in case. One of the things I have not done, I keep forgetting to do, see it still says untitled copy up here. Our computers are pretty good, but every once in a while things poop out, all right? So it's going to be super important to save. So we go File, Save As, bunch of stuff's going to pop up. We got to decide where we're going to save it. I'm going to save it on my desktop. If I had my USB drive on me, I would actually just save it on there too, just as a backup. I'm going to call this Girl Restoration, Restore. All right, I'm going to hit save. Now that I've done that, it's going to make my life a lot easier for saving in the future. Literally all I have to do, hit Command S, and it saves it. Okay, or you can go to File, Save. It's grayed out right now because I just saved. As soon as I make a change, it'll let me save it again. Okay, I'm gonna go over to my toolbar, and I'm gonna pick this thing that kind of looks like a quilted patch. All right, because that's literally what it does. It patches things up. All right, I'm gonna zoom in. The thing that's kind of cool about patch is it takes a bit of information. You can go move to another area, and then it will basically take the average and kind of cover stuff up. So it's all right. So I'm going to do little sections at a time. So I'm going to click, make a circle around this, and I'm going to drag it to a spot that looks similar. You can kind of see that it's going to show me roughly what it's going to look like. So I got to find the spot that, like, if I go to her face, you can still see the eyeball in there. So that's not going to work. So I went Command Z to go back. I'm going to find a spot that looks similar. So that looks pretty similar. I let go. Boom, it's gone. But you notice it's still a little yellow. All right, so I'm going to go do those other little spots first. Click, drag, done. Make a click, drag around it to make that selection. Find a spot that's similar. Maybe that's a little better. Do that one here too. Oop. Click, drag. Find a spot that's similar. All right, still yellow, right? I wanted to get all those other little areas fixed first. Now I'm going to do a little bit bigger selection of this yellow. Let's zoom out, see if I can find another spot too. So that looks pretty good through that. Let's go over here. That looks pretty good. All right, boom. So that's all gone, okay? We want to do small spots at a time. If we try to do big, huge sections, it's not really going to work. And it's going to take a long time. And so you're way better off going slow. I know it's painful sometimes, but doing little sections at a time. I can even do this, like if I zoom in, I can do this on her forehead and those kind of pieces too. So I'm going to make that selection of her forehead. And if I do it in small sections, it's actually going to be easier to find spots that look similar. Oh, look at that. Looks pretty good right there. Okay. Little spot there. Click, drag, find a spot that looks similar, let go. This is a little yellowish. Find a spot that looks similar. That looks all right. Go. All right. Click, drag, find a spot that's similar. Boom. Okay. And zoom out every once in a while. It's important to zoom out every once in a while and look at it to kind of get an idea. Is it working? Is it not working? looks pretty good. I can see there's still a little wonkiness in here. You know, we're doing our best, right? We're trying to make this thing look pretty good. You know, it may not necessarily like 100%, but you know, we can definitely do our best. I'm just kind of get some of that weirdness out of there too. That looks pretty good. All right. This will not solve every single problem that you have. It will do quite a bit of stuff though. Going through here, taking these big sections. Right? So this is one option. Kind of get rid of a bunch of stuff. See, with that one, you see this one turned a little. Oh, so I wasn't happy with that. Let's go over this direction. Maybe we'll go above it. Maybe that looks a little better. Let's check that out. There we go. That's not too bad. Okay. There you go. So that's that. You're going to kind of go through, do a bunch of little sections. And then the next thing that we're going to do is use this thing. We're going to use our clone stamp tool, just like we did on the outside. But this time, we're going to use it to knock out some of these sections too, some of these creases and cracks. Okay. Alt. Actually, let's do it on a new layer. Thank you for reminding me, Nelson. Current and below. We're going to find a spot that's similar. Alt click. We can paint over the top of that. Right, and we're doing it with that lower opacity. And you notice I'm clicking a bunch of different spots because I don't want it to make a pattern. So we're trying to get stuff to blend in as much as possible. And it works on the shirt too. So I want to find a spot that's similar. Go in there, you kind of have to be careful. Click, find a spot that's similar. Let's be honest, you can't really read it that well anyway. So if it's not 100% legible, that's okay. All right, zoom out. Doesn't look too bad. All right, so that's how you're going to clean up the shirt, clean up the grass, a lot of that stuff. It takes time, okay? All right, there you go.